Within Defence Division, we regulate the Ministry of Defence's nuclear facilities. We regulate these on a programme basis, and there are two main programmes. There's the Naval Nuclear Propulsion Programme. The other area that we regulate is the Ministry of Defence's weapons programme. Within Division 3, we also have another responsibility. We regulate a number of functional programmes across nuclear directorates. These are in the areas of radiological protection, emergency arrangements, site licensing, and the other key area as well is the leadership and management for safety area. I work for a company called the National Nuclear Corporation, which is a company responsible for designing and building the nuclear power stations within the UK. I moved to the NII in 1995. I wanted to broaden my career prospects within the nuclear industry. I was still quite keen to stay in the nuclear industry, but I wanted a greater variety of work. With my previous position, we tended to be working on single sites, on single areas of specialism, and the regulatory work offered me the opportunity to broaden that into different technical areas, different legal and regulatory areas. Nuclear power in the UK is now back in favour. It's very firmly on the government agenda. And as a regulatory organisation, we are responding to the government agenda by positioning ourselves such that we can deliver essentially what's expected of us. That means that we're actively recruiting staff at the moment. We're looking at where our offices are based, and we've recently set up offices in both Cheltenham and in London in order that we can attract people to work for us. We're also going through a process of transition to a new organisation, the Nuclear Statutory Corporation. I don't particularly have any typical days. There's a huge variety of work that is completed within nuclear directorates. I could be visiting one of the sites that we regulate within Defence Division. Typically that would involve a site visit, inspecting the facilities, inspecting the way the licensee goes about his business, and looking at that from a very strategic view and looking at it in respect of have improvements been made since the last time we visited the site, and what direction is the licensee taking that site? What sort of areas for improvement have they identified? And it's those sort of areas that I'm trying to focus in on. I think being a nuclear inspector is a really rewarding job. It has a huge variety of work. We deal with a huge variety of licensees, a huge variety of sites. But primarily we're there to protect the public. We meet with members of the public at local liaison committee meetings, and I find that particularly rewarding to be able to answer questions there, provide reassurance, provide people with information which helps them understand the activities on particular sites, on particular nuclear sites, and essentially help them understand how the regulator goes about its business as well, and how we challenge the licensee, and how we're asking those difficult questions really, which hopefully provides assurance to members of the public that these plants are actually operating safely.